back to the Entrepreneur Lounge podcast. I'd like to welcome Stephen and Sandi. They're my guests today in the crazy world of real estate. I want to give them a chance here to kick things off, introducing themselves. So, Sandi and Stephen, let's start with your story. What inspired you to get into real estate, and how did your business come to life? Sandi, we can start with you, ladies first.
Well, what happened was in the early 90s, my husband had a garbage company. Actually, it was before then, but in the 90s, I started helping him a lot. And I worked with a lot of communications with a lot of people in the office. And I worked with a lot of our clients during, with the garbage company. And I took most of the bitch calls, excuse me. Anyway, after a while, I started another business, decorating and interior designs with my sister, but I was doing both my husband's stuff and my stuff. And he said, it'd kind of be good if I could start flipping houses. Why don't you get in the real estate business? And I thought, maybe not. So I decided to do that. I got in the business in 96. My sister went ahead and kept the business going for the decorating. And I got to the point where the first 9 months I was rookie of the year, so I really, really enjoyed it. So that's kind of like, I didn't help him flip. I sold houses to other people and made them happy.
Okay. That's awesome. Stephen, what about you? Tell us a little bit about your story.
I come from a background of a father who was an entrepreneur in Houston. He was a pioneer with the self-serve gas business in Houston, Texas. We had a convenience store chain and supplied gasoline to the stores. It was called Ranger Markets in the late 60s, early 70s. We did that until about the early 80s. He sold his company. He retired, had done everything he wanted to do. He said, young man, what do you think you want to do the rest of your life? And I said, well, I can talk well, and I like to work with people. What does that equate to? And he said, you might want to do real estate or insurance, one of the two. And I liked real estate better. So I actually was a property manager for a doctor in the medical center for a couple of years. I sold foreclosures, bank foreclosures for about 8 years, back when foreclosures were really the thing, back in the late 80s and early 90s. And then after that, I joined Coldwell Banker in 1995. And enjoyed it thoroughly. It was perfect. It was a perfect fit for my personality and what I wanted to do. Still enjoy it. Have been doing it since for 30 years now, and still enjoy it. It's still exciting. It's a challenge. Not always a payday, but you know what? We live and learn and keep plugging away. And I'm with a great working partner now, so that makes the ups and downs of the real estate business more bearable.
Absolutely. Yeah, y'all are a dynamic duo, that's for sure. It's been a pleasure getting to know you both. You've kind of, to both of you, you've been in real estate for over 3 decades. How has your role evolved from day-to-day transactions to kind of a strategic business that you guys have built?
I'll answer, I guess, for both of us. When we both started out, the real estate business was not as technologically savvy. Let's put it that way. It's more techie now. We started out, all the properties were in a book. You'd had to present an offer in person to the seller with the other agent there. So it's come full circle to now everything. People look for what they're going to look for in the computer. We are trusted advisors. We're not just real estate agents. At least I view both of us as trusted advisors. We have the experience and the street cred now. We've earned it. So those are the things that I've noticed over the years. We are constantly taking classes and trying to keep up with the Joneses, no pun intended, and because you have to do that nowadays to be relevant and to follow what's going on, because things change at a moment's notice in our business, just like all businesses.
Well, our clients expect us to know everything, so we have to keep up on everything.
Yeah, and we try to provide as good a service as possible and exceed expectations. That's the name of the game.
Right.
Exceed expectations.
Sorry to interrupt this great podcast episode, but I want to talk about today's podcast video sponsor. It's the Jones Group, CPA and Advisory. Their purpose as a firm is to lead and educate business owners, empowering them with knowledge and strategies to achieve clarity and confidence while alleviating the pain and suffering that hold them back from success. With core values like accountability, relationships, growth, preparation, and honesty, they're going to keep you in compliance and also make sure that you're getting the education that you need on how to run your business properly. Give them a call today. You can go to their website at thejonesgroup.us, the Jones Group CPA and Advisory. Now back to the podcast.
Yeah, I agree with everything that was said there with our business as well. What if any, what systems or processes have you implemented that have significantly contributed to your business's growth and efficiency?
What we have done over the years is Sandi is very technologically savvy, probably in our office, the most savvy tech person that we have. She's been able to plug into different real estate agents who have sold or have listed in certain areas to let them know we have an active property and to send them information, not only just information, but also videos on the property. We have been able to take what we have and communicate with those people that we've worked with successfully over the years, kept them abreast of what's going on in their neighborhoods. And because most of our business currently right now is repeat or referral business. We do some new business with relocation, but a lot of ours is repeat and referral business from satisfied customers over the years.
Okay. And how do you approach building and maintaining a strong referral network in such a competitive market?
Well, for one thing, I send out magazines. Steve sends out mailers. We send out calendars. We do a lot of social media posting, a lot of it, just to keep our faces in front of people. We do market reports for our past clients so they know what's going on in their neighborhood. That keeps our face in front of them. Things like that.
One of the other things that I've incorporated for both of us is become more active in business networking groups like the Entrepreneur Lounge. That's probably the best thing I've done, is to get in front of people face to face, nose to nose, and toes to toes, as they say in the sales business. Yep. And that's the best way to meet somebody, because if they like you and they trust you, they want to do business with you.
I couldn't agree more. That's why we started this. So it's been a massive success. What strategies have you found effective in differentiating your services in a crowded real estate landscape from others?
I would say the follow-up that we do, the biggest negative that we hear in our business is the lack of follow-up and follow-through with real estate agents. And I've heard that from other agents, because we talk to other people, competitors and other people in our office, and we have a lot of sales meetings, and it's drummed into us, you need to follow up. If you do not follow up, they're going to go to somebody else, no matter how good a relationship or how good a transaction you had. So you constantly have to keep up with people. You need to talk to them all the time, even if it's no more than, we hope you still enjoy your house. Is there anything we can do to help you? We provide a lot of other ancillary services, Garrett, besides just real estate. We've done this long enough to where we have a number of good vendors that people need to contact us, from dentists, lawyers, contractors, handymen, whatever you need. Sandi and I probably have the name of a reputable person that you can contact us, and we'll put you in contact with.
And we always answer our phone when you call.
And we're old enough to answer the phone. We don't just do it once a day. We do it all day.
Yeah.
Yep. I appreciate that a lot. We're the exact same way. So I get, Sandi, this is probably a question for you more so, with you being the tech savvy of the pair, but can you share how you've leveraged technology to enhance any of your client experiences and streamline operations? You kind of already touched on it, but just hoping to elaborate if we can.
Well, there's a lot of little things that I do research for clients, and a lot of agents don't know how to do it. And I've learned how to teach myself to capture other agents' emails. So if someone is, let's say if I get a new listing, someone sold in that area in the past 6 months in that price range, I capture over 100 emails. I send out texts to them to tell them about the property, which you can sit and hand do that, or I can e-blast. And when I say e-blast, I do like over 100 at a time, to different agents, just to get everything out there. I send flyers. Telephone stuff is probably the most important stuff. So I put it on the telephone and I get a lot of responses. But with clients, past clients, or even future clients, I send them texts periodically just to stay in their face, like wish them happy birthdays, that type of thing,
Right.
Or I go on social media, I see, oh, somebody's graduated. I send them a text on their phone just to congratulate the child, puts my face out there.
Right. Absolutely. How do you both balance the demands of client service with the need to work on long-term business development, right? So your business is you're playing the long game a lot of the time in your business. You kind of already touched on that with networking, but what has been that balance of demand for you?
If you're not constantly reminding people of what you do, the new flavor will surpass you. That's just the way it is in business. So you have to constantly remind people that you had a good transaction, that you did a good job. They were very pleased with you, and we'd be pleased to work with you again, or someone that that you referred to us. A lot of our business is referral, as I mentioned earlier, Garrett. And if we do a good enough business, we think that our reputation and our ability to do a good job and to not have any hiccups will allow us to get additional business and consequently also referrals. And we live on referrals in this business. You can't spend all your money farming or you'll be out of business. So you hopefully get enough business built up over the years, which we have, where we're now getting referrals. And that's a big part of our business is referrals, and we nurture those. You have to nurture those. Those are considered gold in our business. And I'm sure the same thing in any other business. Somebody's going to say, hey, we heard some really good things about you, and you've already got to step up on somebody else because you've already passed muster with somebody that they know and they trust.
We also get referrals from other agents, which is great.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Referrals were the best. It's the warmer the lead, the higher the close percentage, and it's so true. What lessons have you learned? If any, I don't know if this question really applies, but it might. What lessons have you learned about team building and leadership in your journey in real estate?
Well, one of the things that we've done, because we have assumed we are seasoned professionals, not senior, seasoned. So one of the things that both Sandy and I do is we mentor younger agents, which has been very rewarding because you can learn a lot from the younger people who are full of vim and vigor, as they say, but maybe not experience. And so the lack of experience allows us to share with them, here's what you need to do, and not get out in front of yourself, but take it slow. Slow and steady wins the race in our business, just like most businesses. And you can be really successful off the bat, but how are you going to sustain that? Because a lot of times people will come in and like a shooting star, they start off on fire, and then all of a sudden the business dries up. Where are you going to get your clients? So it is a constant, I call it, and this is not a bad word, it's a grind. You have to embrace the grind. It's like every business. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're probably doing the wrong thing. You need to do something else.
Don't get burnt out and space yourself.
Burnout is easy to do in this business because you can be at your beck and call for your clients 7 days a week, and you have to give yourself a little bit of space. Now, we also pride ourselves because we enjoy what we're doing. We're available. So if somebody calls us at night, we take phone calls. We don't just do it once or twice a day. We do it all day. Because if you're not willing to do it, guess what? They're going to go somewhere else because somebody else is hungry. Somebody else is hungry and wants to do it, and they'll do it.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. This is really important in your industry. How do you stay ahead of market trends and ensure your business adapts to any changing conditions in the market?
We're constantly taking classes.
Exactly.
That's the best way that we find out things. We have a really good sales manager who is very in tune to what's going on, keeps track of everything. And we have a weekly sales meeting, which we attend, and it helps to find out what's going on, what forms to use, what not to use, and constantly talking about what did somebody do that maybe got them in trouble or their hand slapped, and to not do that. It's easy to be over exuberant and promise something, but if you can't deliver it, it's worse than over promising to begin with. So we're constantly dealing with what's going on in the industry. We know, I mean, our industry has changed in the last couple of years. It's not the same as it was when we first started. It's even more now. You have to be extremely careful whatever you say, whenever you say it, because of the litigious part of our business. People can sue you for anything, and they will.
Oh yeah. Looking ahead, what's your vision for the future of your real estate business, and how are you preparing to achieve that?
We're too young to retire. We can't grow. The money tree won't grow in the backyard. Sandi is high maintenance, so she's got to keep working, and I do too. I enjoy what we do, and we both enjoy what we do. It's fun. I mean, it's a challenge. It's a puzzle.
I'm not ready to retire. I look forward every morning to getting a new client, doing research, and I'm really good at being a snoop to find out things that they want to know, you know, and that also makes me, in their eyes, the queen.
Yeah, I've had a lot.
It makes me feel good.
I've had a lot of friends recently, to your point, they'll tell me, Garrett, I want to sell my business, and then by 34, 35 years old, just want to do what I want to do, golf and whatever. And I'm like, you understand there's 24 hours in an entire day, right? What are you going to do for 24 hours? What are you going to do? I'm the same way as you, Sandi. I enjoy what I do. I wake up on Monday, and since owning the Jones Group and having this business, it is the first time in my life these past 3 years that I don't dread Monday. I'm so excited to work, and that's no BS. That's not a lie at all. I really look forward to Monday, and I hear people. I think what you
told us is you found your niche. Sometimes it takes a lot of younger agents. A lot of people come into our business not really knowing, because they've heard something or they were sold a bill of goods or whatever. They come into the business not really knowing what to expect. It's a business. It's not just driving people around, going to lunch and shopping. Some people might think that, but it's not. It's a lot of hard work. And the reward is when you have a closing and when you get compensated. Yeah. And anybody tells you differently, we don't just drive people around because we like people and like to drive around Houston on a hot day.
When a buyer likes a house, I call the other agent just to get some details, and I get a rapport going with them. Mm-hmm. That makes things go smoother when you do that. Absolutely.
And, it's a beautiful thing. Your business and my business, we make money when we help people, and that's a very giving thing. So I think that's awesome. So, this has been great. Tell people, Stephen and Sandi, how they can find you, where they can find you, what they should be looking for.
Go ahead.
Well, you can find me on the internet, for one thing. I'm on Facebook all the time. Dreiling at coldwellbanker.com. My telephone number is 832-443-6244. I always answer my phone, and I'll be happy to help you. I'll always be there for you when you call me.
That's the tagline, and she is. She'll tell you right away. First thing is she's always there for her clients, and that's one of the reasons why I love to work with her, is that she puts her clients on, they're number one, and everything else is secondary. I'm Steve Tower. I'm a broker associate at Coldwell Banker. My number is 713-825-8083, and my email is Stephen, STEPHEN @ Realsat, REALSAT.net. And as Sandy said, we're always available. You can call us after hours. There are no after hours in our business. Just like yours, you're going to get called on the weekend, just like we do. And we work weekends. We don't just take time off. That's usually when people want to find something or look is on the weekends, because most of them can't do it during the week. We've thoroughly enjoyed this. Thank you so much for the opportunity. This is
Absolutely.
great. I really appreciate it and have enjoyed, and I'll get a plug in for you guys. You all are doing a great job with the Entrepreneur Lounge. I've met some really neat people and have an opportunity to speak to a number of them, having coffee or tea and just exchanging ideas. And I can't tell you how much I've learned and grown as a person when you get to meet somebody else. Nobody's had a silver spoon. Everybody has to work for what they're doing. And a lot of people have had a hard time and they've gotten successful, but they don't forget where they came from either. So
Correct.
it takes a lot of work.
Well, I appreciate the shout out, Stephen and Sandy. This has been a pleasure, and can't wait to keep connecting down the road. So I wish you both the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.